Alright, chat, we're back at it. The last of the main characters from Girl Power. The full set characters. The full set characters. Alright. Ochaco. Let's talk about it. We have Ochaco 5. Ochaco 5. She's a 7-hand size, 21 health character with the Chaos, Fire, and Good symbols. Very, very interesting symbol choice for Ochaco. Says, 1A and student as her keyword tags. Response twice per turn. After you commit one or more foundations during the enhanced step, your next check gets +1, period. So if you get stunned or you have an ability that says commit one foundation, do a thing. Okay? And then enhance, change the zone of this mid attack to high. It gets +1 speed. It's so interesting. This is now it's the second character to turn a card from mid to high, right? Or whatever zone to high. Hawks did it as well. And now we have Ochaco. Hawks was once per turn. Ochaco is now on every attack. You can turn this mid attack to high. But she gives this attack speed no matter what. I have a real issue with this top response. I think the fact that it has to be during the enhanced step and not just during the combat phase bums me out. Really bums me out. 721 is not bad stats though. And maybe she can string a little wider, especially if you can like commit a thing and then re-ready it. You get the +1 to your check. I'm just bummed that it's not once per, that it says during the enhanced step. It should just say during the combat phase. If I bomb a check, my next check should get better. Right? I play a 5 diff, I check a 4, I should get +1 on my next check. I just should. But maybe that's too strong. I don't know. We'll have to look at the rest of the kit. Let's see what happens. We have Uraraka's Plea. 4/3, 2 high block, 2 high for 5, charge, deflect 2, and tech. This is the uncommon. Enhance, its attack is completely blocked. Build the top card of your deck, face down, committed. This card's fine. I mean, we've seen this ability played in decks before, in the uncommon slot. I think that this is a good version of this card. It's a 4 difficulty, 5 damage move that potentially builds you a card, and is a 2 high block, which is a good block, and has deflect 2. Right? Like, defensively in your hand, it's very good. And offensively, it's a 4 diff, 5 damage move that doesn't want to be blocked. Like, you punish your opponent for blocking this move. I think this is, of all of the uncommons that I've seen and I can remember so far, I think this one looks like one of the best. It really does. I think this one looks really, really good. Yeah, I'm a fan of what this one's got going on. I think it's, if you are looking for a 4 diff 2 high block slot, I think this can fit in your deck, especially with these keywords. I think this card fits in your deck pretty nice. We'll see what the next is. Zero Gravity Shot. I love the angle on this, on the art here. 4/3, another 2 high block. Crazy. We have 2 high blocks on our stuff because we're taking mids and making them highs. Crazy. Zero Gravity Shot is a 3 mid for 5 with charge, fury, and tech. If there is a high attack in your card pool, your rival's block modifier to block this gets +2. So a fun thing about the game, right? Number 1, Ochaco can just turn this into a high attack and it gets a bonus speed. So it is what? It's a 4 high for 5 diff that their block modifier gets +2. So it's actually a 6 high for 5 4 diff. In her, this card's very good. This card's very, very good. And everybody else, this is like a weird combo piece that's like, it's a 5 mid for 5 as a 5 diff. And so, like, it's not great. Inside of Ochaco 5, this card's very good. This card's really, really good. Yeah, I'm a big fan of what this character does. This is really I think it's a 4 diff 2 high block. In her 6 high for 5. If you can find any more damage on it, I think it's good. I think it's good and worth it. Zero Gravity Tag. We've already seen this one preview. This came out in our first previews, right? It's a 4/3/1 low block, 4 mid for 4. This is the rare. Has Charge, Fury, and Tech. 1A response. Discard a card. After you make a check to play this attack, that check gets +2. Really good in a 7 hand size character, so very, very cool there, right? Spending our extra resources so that this can get a little bit bigger. And then it's Commit 1 Foundation, which triggers the +1 to your check for your next thing. This deck gets +2 damage, and your rival commits 1 Foundation. I think inside of Ochaco 5, this card works great. It's another 4 diff. We've seen nothing but 4 diffs so far. And all 4 diffs that, like, feel pretty decent. It's a mid, and so, like, they want to be changed to high. The real question is, like, how do you find more damage? Because right now we've had a 5 diff, a 5 diff, and now a 6 diff. I'm not seeing any, like, big, huge dunks. And only getting the +1 speed, it's interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure that this is going to see much play in anybody else, though, because this enhanced Committed Foundation for 2 damage stun 1 is not a very aggressive ability. The only reason that Ochaco 5 gets away with it is because she gets that +1 to her check again, you know? We'll see. And then next, we have Zero Satellites. Why is tech not mid? 5/3, 1 mid block, has charge range tech, 5 high for 5. Enhance, if this attack deals damage, add 1 card from your discard pile to your momentum face up, which is an interesting thing because we have no other face up attacks inside of her kit. And then enhance, this attack gets +2 damage for each card with 0 gravity in its name, your card pool. We missed the word in. In its name, in your card pool. So it gets 2 damage with each card with 0 gravity in its name, which is neat, but this card doesn't say 0 gravity. Can we go back for a second? This card doesn't say 0 gravity. This card does. This card does. This card doesn't. So currently, I wonder how many cards with 0 gravity exist. Let's go look. Let's go look. Because at the moment, you have to play Chaos. This is not a... In order to play Zero Satellites, excuse me, you have to play Chaos. 0 gravity. You can't... Man, we gave Ochaco an entire... Man, we gave her an entire starter deck with... Does she share any with Ochaco 3? Yeah, she shares 1 symbol with Ochaco 3. It's Chaos. It's 0 gravity barrier. But she doesn't get to play 0 gravity or 0 gravity rush. Huh. Hint at a reprint of 0 gravity lift? I mean, maybe. It's either that or they reprint 0 gravity capture. Which would probably not feel great. Guys, I think this card's bad. Guys, I think this one is not good. Yeah, this card's not good. I think this is the worst ultra rare from the set. +2 damage on all the card for each card in your card pool. Like, that's like a worse rate than like focused attack. And it doesn't have like the sick deadlock ability on it. Yeah, this card's bad. This card's bad. Yeah, so far I'm very unimpressed with this character. Exhausted Slumber, 0/5/3 mid block. Response tenacious, which means its ability is playable while committed. Flip after this foundation is stunned during a rival attack. Your block modifier to block that attack gets +2. I have been told that this is a typo. This is supposed to be -2, not +2, because giving your block modifier +2 is not very good. With that said, this is a 0/5 fire card that I am down to play. This card's already great. This card's already good. This is a 0/5 fire foundation. I'm in. The cool thing about her getting stunned, though, is she gets +1 to her check whenever she gets stunned, right? Because it's not your turn. It's just twice per turn. After you commit one or more foundations during the enhanced step, your next check gets +1. Huh. It's really interesting. Maybe she's like really good. There's a card in Fire Foundation. We're scrolling. The Master of Drunken Fighting. Enhance commit, your rival commits a foundation. So I enhance commit, I respond, I get +1 on my check, and you commit a foundation. That's kind of cool in this character under the fire symbol. That is neat. We'll move on to Improvised Strategy. 1/5 mid block response flip. After a high attack is blocked, your next check to play a card gets +1. So this card is pretty decent at like a little bit of a flow, but it also has like a sneaky defense, right? It says after a high attack is blocked, not after your high attack is blocked, and it doesn't say after your rival's high attack is blocked. So either way, my next check gets +1. I think that this card could probably have had like a slightly better block modifier, or better yet, a deadlock ability. Oh, excuse me. It probably could have had some sort of deadlock ability of like your high attack gets a speed or something along those lines. Does this share with Gentle? It does, yeah. Shares Chaos with Gentle. I think what's deadlock? A thing that they're going away from, which is sad. I think that this card will not see any play. I think this card will be inside of commons and uncommons, and it's going to sit in my box and not do anything. There's just better things that you could be doing. Shortcake Admirer. 5/3 2 low block unique. Enhance, remove, spend 1 momentum, add a high attack from your card pool to your hand. So this card's really interesting. This card's really neat. Remove this foundation, spend a momentum, go and grab an extra attack out of your card pool. So you clear your progressive by 1, but you lose a foundation, and you get to play again. This picks up Tasty Riff under good. That's pretty cool, Uncle Tony. I think this card is neat. I think it's a one of in decks that are allowed to play this 3-diff. I'm not positive that Tasty Riff is going to want to play this card, because it is a bit of a it's scary. But I guess you get the momentum from other 3-diffs in your deck. I don't know. There's something about this card that is a little spooky to me. What other cool high attacks could we want to pick up? Chaos good, fire, attack, high zone. Right? Scrap Cannon is kind of cool. Mesa Mallet is kind of cool. BFE. Double Fist of the Mortal Flame. Bullet Punches under fire is very cool. Suzuki Flurry. Darkness Dragon Prowess. Spirit Sword Ultimate. Spirit Slash is really interesting. Punisher's Beam under fire. Yeah, there's some moves here. I actually think my favorite one is just pick up Bullet Punches. Canyon Cannon is very funny. You just can't echo Bullet Punches. Yeah. It just means you get to play it 3 times, right? 4 times in him. I mean, the real answer is that you use this card to, you use it to pick up your Bullet Punches that they blocked, right? You use this card to pick up the Bullet Punches that they blocked, and then play your Bullet Punches again, and then McFuck them for it. Yeah, this card actually is very good. Headshot loves this card. Yeah, I can see that. It's a 2-diff in him sometimes. It says you pick up your 1,000 Sheet Pierce. I don't hate that. I'm playing a second Chimera Kraken. If you're playing a second, hold on, Tim. If you're playing a second Chimera Kraken on a 6 as your third attack, and you removed a momentum and removed a ready foundation, you got me. The game has gone so far that you're kind of allowed to do whatever you want. You can't play this on defense, though. Why not? Can't you play this on defense, though? Oh, yeah. Can't you? Yes. It's turn 4 or something. People gotta die. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. This makes me want to play Rappa. We got in this set, we got a fire 0 diff that is playable, and we have a thing that says you can't block bullet punches. I'm in. Move on to support gear updates. It's a 2/5, 2 high block. Enhanced commit 1 foundation. Your high attack gets +2 speed. Enhanced tenacious. Spend 1 momentum. Ready this card. Enhanced commit a foundation. Your high attack gets 2 speed is very good. It's very good. Enhanced spend a momentum. Ready this card is also very good. I think this card. This card is not as good as the Ochaco for destroy a foundation for your high attack gets 2 speed. It is not as good as that one. Whatever the name of this card is, which is called Quick Response. It is not as good as Quick Response. They do have completely different symbols. Yeah. They do have completely different symbols, but like you squint your eyes and like they're the same card, right? Because sometimes this says spend a momentum for +2 speed. So you can give your high attack EX2 once. But sometimes, so like there are ideas of playing, what is this card called? It's got this symbol, this symbol, this symbol. Finally Awake. Enhance commit 1 foundation. Your high or mid attack gets 1 speed and 1 damage, right? This card is very good if you are down to destroy the foundation that you commit, right? Like one of my favorite tactics currently in the game is Finally Awake into deft maneuvers. Like that idea, that concept is very cool. Yeah, deft maneuver says enhance destroy foundation that your weapon attack gets 1/1. And so like I Finally Awake, I commit my foundation, it gets 1/1, and then I deft maneuvers, it gets 1/1. Right? Under Chaos, you can do the same thing with support gear updates. So if I commit the foundation that I want to commit, my high attack gets 2 speed. And then I def maneuvers, my weapon attack gets 1 speed, 3 damage. So 1 foundation is 3 speed, 1 damage. Right? And so if you can find some way to destroy and do the thing, I'm in. I mean, the obvious thing is also like this just turns on her twice per turn, which like you have to do. Frightening Calm? Yeah, Frightening Calm would work. Yeah. Your move gets 2 speed and stun 1. That's an acceptable rate of like doing a thing, right? The next question that I have, chat, is do you like the kit? Do you like what Ochaco 7 has got going on? I'm seeing way more 3s than I expected. Truthfully, I'm seeing way more 3s than I expected. I think this character, and this is going to sound really harsh, I think this character is on the same par as Ochaco 3, which is saying something. Because that character is not very good. I think this character is very bad. This character makes me happy I'm not doing subathon Ironmans in him anymore, because I will get stuck on this character for 6 hours. Fun character, just not competitive. Yeah. Maybe if a response wasn't limited. I actually think if it was just after you commit a foundation during the combat phase, I actually think is what it's supposed to be. Increasingly mediocre 7-handers. Yeah. Man. I should be able to bomb this check to pump the next one. It's so silly that I can't do that. Or even like if there were like more make a control check costs, right? Like check a 4. Like I bet this character with what is the name of this card? I bet this character with Deadly Ruthfulness would be kind of interesting, right? Enhanced check a 4 : if this attack deals damage, your next attack this turn gets +1 damage. I bet that would go really cool with this character, right? I check a 3 and I commit my 1 foundation in order to make it a 4 with Deadly Ruthfulness. And then that says that my next check this turn gets +1. So then I play a move. That's neat. Should have also had a -1 option. Yeah. All in all, I'm so unimpressed by this, especially after Ochaco 4 exists. Like, why would you ever play this character if Ochaco 4 exists? This is just another card. And I can't even see, like Plea is okay. Shot is fine. Tag is good in her, but she's bad. This card sucks. This card's going to be played just because it's a 0/5, and we have to have those for the fire symbol. This card won't be played in Chaos or Good. There's already too many good 0/5s. This card's not very good. This card will see play. This is the best card in her kit, right? And then I think support gear updates if the game slows down this much might be really good. But commit a foundation : your tech gets 2 speed. Can either win you the game if you're good or lose you the game if you're bad. Or if it's mistimed. All in all, I think that I'm just a hating ass hater. But YouTube, I would love to know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. Am I being too harsh on Ochaco 5? You should let me know. What are your guys' thoughts? With that said, you guys, thank you much for watching. And as always, I wish you well.